Hello, all you music students out there. So this is me, the Tamale Queen, also, of course, known as Miss Beth. And today's song I'm going to pick to teach you is an old song that is just, sometimes these older songs can be so much fun and not something that you are accustomed to listening to every day. It should be on the radio still. Maybe there'll be a radio station that plays this kind of music all the time. But I tell you, you definitely will be glad that you learned this song about a red, red robin. You have to picture in your head, have you seen a red robin before? A bird that has red on it, that's bright and happy. So the song kind of tells a story about that. And it's a happy-go-lucky kind of song is what I'm trying to say. So if you're going to do the playing portion of it on the ukulele or another instrument, your chords you're going to need are C, which on this instrument, that's C. We're going to work on the singing part, so don't turn this off if you're doing but I take voice. Just making sure I do it for more than one usage because it's a good song. G7. You also need, there are not a lot of chords, it just has a lot going on. F. F is here. And you also need D, which is second fret, right here. 1, 2, 3. It's fret number 2. I believe that's all we really need. There's a misprint on this paper. There's one line they also leave off. So if I send a screenshot, which I'm about to have you look at now, if you really like the song, let me know, and I can always print it for you as well. If you want to take a picture and then get a screenshot of that, you can. The actual first chord you need is the C. That's another misprint instead of the G7. I'll play the G7 though. Maybe it could be your intro. When, because that's what you need to start on. When. Okay, here we go. Say it with me first. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along. Think about that. Have you ever seen a bird walk? They don't just stroll, do they? They bob. That's what they mean. So when the red, red robin comes bobbing along, because birds kind of hop when they walk, right? When the red, red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing. That means crying. There'll be no more crying. You could also say that, but sobbing rhymes with throbbing. I'm kind of looking at my tongue's in a pretzel today. There'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing. His old sweet song. You could say singing instead of throbbing. It's just kind of a sound that they make. There'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Okay, let's go back and do the first 4 lines. Ready? 1, 2, 3. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. Then it goes to the next part. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get out of bed, cheer up, that's the D. Cheer up, the sun is red, live, love, laugh and be happy. Let's go back and say those. The timing is important. Let's start it. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed. Cheer up, the sun is red, the sun is risen, it's red. Live, love, laugh, and be happy, right? Going back to the beginning, ready? When the red, red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his own sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red, live, love, laugh, and be happy. Then it's going to start on verse 2. and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song and I'm singing along when the red, red robin comes bobbing along. And there's your song. That is a Red, Red Robin. I think there's more length to this song and some other versions of it, but this was the chord version that I found of it. So I would think, as short as that is on one page, you could easily get away with doing it and then doing it again, like twice in a row, and that would be a good length of song. Also, we could do it that way, do what's on the page here, add an instrumental break in the middle where, it's just instruments. We have a little break. Into this easily. I added a couple, and then there was one I couldn't read that it looks like it says C7 on my paper, but that's why we have pencils. It's actually up there towards the top of this song. I've got to change it. See, Miss Beth changes her songs all the time too. That's why we have a pencil. I'm going to do an instrumental break in the middle. Well, I'm going to say this is the first half, make an instrumental break, and then repeat this for the second half. And you know what? As fun as this song is, I think I'm actually going to use it myself too. It's really a lot of fun. I just played the whole thing again as the instrumental break, and then went back through and repeated it. Now, a good study thing for you, since we have a week till I see you again or more, depending on the schedule. Right now, this is being recorded when there's about to be a week off, so you could go through and listen to how many different versions of this song you can find and see if you find a version that is your favorite version. That would be an interesting study. So instrumental break, I'm writing it in on mine so I won't forget. See, Miss Beth writes things down on her music, even though I'm old and I've played music a long time and I know how to play it, as you can see. I just printed this off before I did this video, but it's still important. You see this? I'm trying to show you this part of our lesson today. Always take notes. Take notes because you want to take notes, make sure you know what you're doing. In the event that you take a day off from practice, or in the event that you come back to it and you forgot. Another thing that I marked, try to see if you can see it, verse 1, verse 2, I made sure I separated them this way. I'm going to number a 1 here and a 2 here as well. Why does Miss Beth write all over her music like that? Because when I'm performing for an audience, if I'm using my music or while I'm learning it, I may have trouble with one section more than another. And then I'll know, oh, I need to work extra on 2, and then I can practice just isolate the problem. The other reason I do that is if I'm using the paper when I'm performing, like today's Thursday, if I use this tomorrow at the local little Opry show or something, I may have the paper, and guess what I'm not going to be staring at the whole time? The paper. Because then what does that do? That's cutting the audience out of being involved in it. So if I have it written like that, I can glance at it, look at me, looking at them, then I'm looking at my music, but I can also look back up and not get lost. Food for thought. Have a good week.